I have prepared 2 wildcard drafts. Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. Today I have for you a wildcard guide for Game Week 29. Some players have just bumped their teams in blank Game Week 28 and now are in bad position for Game Week 29 and going forward. So I prepared 2 drafts regardless if you have used your free hit or not. I've covered both bases, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and now let's see the first draft. The first draft that I'm going to cover is the one draft where you have not used your free hit yet and you have it available for Game Week 32, where Manchester City, Brighton and Manchester United have blanks. In this draft, 14 of the players have double ups in Game Week 29 and most probably in Game Week 34. And most of the players will have more double game weeks because Brighton and Manchester United have so many games left to be played, especially Brighton. So putting players from Brighton and Manchester United is always a good decision right now because you gain a lot of fixtures. In goal, Manchester City's goalkeeper Ederson is the most nailed defender in their team, so owning him is a very good option. And Areola is currently number 1 spot for West Ham because Fabianski is out injured. So you have 2 playing goalkeepers with a lot of potential double game weeks. And if you have not used your bench boost, you can bench boost in the future, maybe in Game Week 34. And this draft costs 102.4 million, which is a lot. And if you don't have such money, you can downgrade some of the players, especially Ederson. If you don't believe in clean sheets for Manchester City, you can put De Gea, you can put someone else, maybe Pope. If you have the space, maybe someone else. But for me, those are the 2 best options going forward up until Game Week 38 because you can always play Ederson and you have 1 goalkeeper being Areola for the double up when you bench boost. Going into defense, I've opted for a lot of good players here. The first one is Ake. I think he's most nailed defender in Manchester City side, if this being such, after Ederson, of course, because Ake is a left-footed. He plays an inverted role right now, and he is basically playing every time. He has a potential for a lot of clean sheets, not much going forward, but you want the clean sheets from City. If you have the budget, you can go for John Stones or Ruben Dias, but have in mind that they're not so nailed as him in my opinion. The second guy is Botman. He is just a Newcastle defender. They have a lot of 2 games basically to play. The one will be played in Game Week 29, the extra game, and the next will be most probably in Game Week 34, which is good for you. So putting a player from Newcastle and having them for a long period of time will be good. Next is Luke Shaw. I don't think I have to explain a lot for him. He plays left back or center back. He's basically the most nailed defender in Manchester United side. And as I mentioned, they will have 2 games to replay and then 1 more because they will be missing in Game Week 32. So a lot of games coming up for Manchester United boys, and owning them will be a good decision for you. Trippier, Mr. Consistent. I don't think I have to explain him. Even if they didn't have double ups, I would still have picked him because he brings a lot of things. I'm very, very sad that he didn't take the penalty last week, but it is what it is. If Isaac and Wilson are out, he will most probably take it. So Trippier is staying in the team, and the last defender here is Stupinian. He is, for me, the most attacking defender from Brighton, and he's playing very, very high when they invert their fullbacks, when Veltman plays right back and he goes as a right center back, and Estupinian is just basically a left wing. If you prefer to save some money, you can go here for Ogbonna and you can go for Steele because you save a little bit of money, but I think the points will be less from Ogbonna and Steele, and Estupinian will be playing in my draft like every game week. Like if I have to pick 3 defenders from here, will be Luke Shaw, Trippier and Stupinian, but most probably I will play something like 4-4-2 or 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. I'll see, but yeah, having these defenders, and Stupinian will have 3 games left to have a double up and then 1 more because he will be missing. So yeah, a lot of games from Brighton boys, and stacking up is a very good decision for you. Going into midfield, as you can see, I opted for a very, very strong midfield, and I don't see me benching anyone, so playing a 4-5-1 or 3-5-2 is the most probable thing that I will do if I pick this draft. But anyways, first of all, Mohamed Salah, he is one of the best players in the world. Yeah, he's not in a very good form, but Liverpool have 2 game weeks yet to play their fixtures that were postponed, and I think Salah being a penalty taker, being almost nailed every game for 90 minutes would be a very, very good decision for your team, and he's one of the premiums in my team. The next guy here is Saka. He's the only player that won't have any double ups up until the end of the season, which is bad, but going for a team without Arsenal player in is not very good team, and Saka is on penalties. He's in form. He's playing every minute. Martinelli, Trossard, Jesus, and Nketiah, Smith Rowe, they're all rotating, but Saka is ever present, so going for Saka will be the best option in my opinion. Yes, he's expensive, and if you don't have the money, go for Odegaard or go for Martinelli or for Trossard, but if you have them, go for Saka. Next up is two Manchester United boys. As I already explained for Luke Shaw, they will have a lot of games to come, and Bruno Fernandes being their penalty taker and Rashford being the best player in the league right now, in my opinion, will be very, very good option for you. You have a triple from Manchester United and you play very, very well with them. I don't see me benching any of them. Maybe bench Luke Shaw sometimes if they have a strong opposition against them. But for now, the midfielders are always playing. And the final guy here is Mitoma. I believe here you can go for McAllister, Solimarch or Mitoma, but in my opinion, Mitoma is the best. He can create chances from any position. He can score goals, he can assist. He doesn't take penalties, but I don't care about that because I have 3 penalty takers in my side right now, and I will have more up in the front line, as you see in a minute. But yeah, for now, going for this lineup, as you can see, I don't own a third Newcastle boy here, and in the fourth line, I will say that I don't own as well. So you can go for a goalkeeper, Nick Pope, instead of Ederson to save a little bit of money if his price drop down. But yeah, for now, going for this core of a team is pretty good. Yeah, maybe you won't be able to make any transfers up until game week 34, especially if you have the free hit for 32. But yeah, in a minute I will show you the draft when, if you have already used the free hit as I did last week, I will have to rotate a little bit of the players, but let's see the forwards first and then we will jump into the second draft. I was just joking about the Newcastle players. I cannot go without Isaac. As you can see, Isaac is here. He's taking penalties. He's being preferred instead of Wilson, and he's scoring a lot of goals and a lot of good chances. He's missing some of them, but he's scoring a lot. So yeah, going for Isaac is very good. His price is okay. Here you can go for Danny Ings. He's basically the same, but West Ham are a worse team than Newcastle. So yeah, going for Isaac is an option. Haaland, I don't think I have to explain Haaland. With so many double ups going for Manchester City, going without the Haaland, who will be a penalty taker, a captain, and etc, 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 is a no-brainer. Just go for him. And the third guy here is Ferguson. I didn't have the budget for anyone else. He's playing most of the games, but you can always bench him if you want and play a 3-5-2 as I already mentioned, and be very, very well prepared for the double ups. And having him, yeah, he's a very good option. If you have more money, you can go for Ivan Toney, but he has only 1 double up, which is in this game week. Then you can transfer him out for someone else. But yeah, for me, this team can be your team from now up until the end of the season. You can leave it as a zombie team and it will bring you a lot of points, believe me. But I have still 1 draft left to show you because, as I already mentioned, I've used my free hit, and here I have 3 United boys, 3 Man City boys, and 3 Brighton boys, so 9 players. Basically, I will have 6 players for a blank, which is not ideal. So stay tuned and see what my other draft is. This is the second draft that I was talking about. This is draft if you have already used your free hit. In goal, I've replaced Ederson for Steele, and in defense, I've replaced Ake for White and Estupinian for Van Dijk. Hear me out. So Steele will be playing most of the game weeks instead of Areola, but in game week 32 I will put Areola in. So I will have a playing goalkeeper for the blank for Brighton, and I will have a Brighton defender for the double ups if they appear before game week 34. White, on the other hand, is an Arsenal boy. I can put a West Ham player or someone else here, but I see White as an out player because Tomiyasu is out until the end of the season, and Arsenal are Arsenal, and even though they do not have any double ups up until the end of the season. He is a very good player. And after game week 32, you can always replace him for Estupinian or some Man United or Manchester City player if you already don't own 3 of them. Yeah, here you can replace him as always. And Van Dijk here holds a placeholder. As already mentioned, Liverpool have a game against, I believe, Nottingham or Bournemouth in 32, which is ideal. And putting a defender from Liverpool for there will be good enough. And then you can transfer him out to bring someone else. As already mentioned, maybe Luke Shaw, who is still here if you don't own him, or Ake or someone else. As you can see in the draft, I have 2 Man United boys, Haaland and Mitoma. That makes 4 outfit players, but for game week 32, I will replace Shaw for someone else, maybe. And then I will swap out Van Dijk to go for Shaw, again for 33 and onwards. In midfield, I've replaced Bruno Fernandes with Billing. Yeah, Billing does not have a pretty good team to play around him, but he is scoring here an odd goal here and there. And 32, they have an okay fixture. That means that Liverpool are not playing against Bournemouth because Bournemouth would have an easier fixture to play, and you can always play him just for this game and bench him and play in a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-3 or 3-4-3. You can always bench Billing basically. So yeah, and just put him in the game where he doesn't play. And up front, I have one change. I have opted for Darwin instead of Ferguson. Just as I already mentioned, Liverpool still have 2 double game weeks. And if you want to keep them, it's okay. But they will be playing in 32 and then have an okay fixture. It's a pretty good fixture. So playing with those players from Liverpool, I believe that they will need to win a lot of the games, and Darwin will be integral. Van Dijk is nailed, Salah is Salah. So yeah, any other player here is not changed because I believe this core is strong. And even though you have already used your free hit as I already did, you can be in a pretty good shape if you use the wildcard in game week 29. And this brings us to the part where I thank you for watching, and I say that if you enjoy the video, you should subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to become the best FPL manager that I can be, and I can help you become the best managers you can be and give you different tips. You can always ask for advice or suggestion or anything. I'll be answering all of your questions. So yeah, just stay tuned for more videos because they will be coming your way. And now I'll be heading out. Bye!